Right, hello guys. Those of you who have seen what I'm getting ready to do here and tuned in already, I see a couple of you seem mildly excited by the prospect of it, which is encouraging to start off with. Obviously, this is very, very, very different to what we normally do here at Voobly Official because, we're generally focused on tournaments and stuff like that, and most of what we do is like the pro scene and in Age of Empires 2. But there are lots of other games you can play on Voobly, including Age of Empires 1, which I'm sure quite a number of AOC fans will be very familiar with. But at the same time, I always find it remarkable when I say to someone like, "Oh, did you play AOE 1?" and they go, "No, I didn't." And I think it's a shame. Like, I absolutely love it. I started playing it, as you can see on the overlay, if you've bothered to read that wall of text, when it came out as a 7-year-old at the time. In fact, when that demo came out, I could well have been 6. And I've always had a lot of nostalgia for it, so I tend to revisit it every couple of years or something. And I remember seeing a little while ago somebody speed ran the whole game, literally just a few months ago, in 11 hours or something on hardest difficulty, and I was like, what the hell? Because I remember that some of these, like the AI is not that sophisticated, but it can be pretty brutal. Because you play some levels and it just chucks units at you, like everything that's on the map at the start just heads towards your base, and you're like, holy crap! So I was really impressed by that, but and I was kind of inspired to like revisit the campaigns on stream maybe myself, but not to speedrun it because first of all, it would be thoroughly unimpressive and probably take 40 hours rather than 11. I don't know. That's a complete wild guess, but I just thought it'd be fun just to play through it on the stream, and so if people who maybe just like chilling and watching gameplay, but of any kind, or maybe they're a bit curious about AoE1, can enjoy it. Not expecting to have many dedicated followers of this, but it's going to be fun for me, and maybe it will be for a couple of people who tune in as well. I won't be bucking this into like AOC's own event calendar or anything because we tend to keep that for tournaments and proper events, but I'll try to add a schedule onto my overlay so that people who really are actually interested in can come back and check it out the next time it goes live if you want. I'll probably put something on there before I go offline tonight. So for tonight, just going to start off with the Ascent of Egypt learning campaign, which is a tutorial campaign. Basically, it's a little bit longer and more fully fleshed out than the William Wallace campaign in Age of Empires 2. And it's pretty cool because it charts basically Egypt from like arising out of the Stone Age and almost the dawn of man, if you like. So if you, in terms of archaeological record and stuff, to the point where they're building the pyramids and the wonders of the world. So quite nice thematically. I'm gonna just hold at this menu here and see if my scene switcher actually works for AoE 1. But it does, which is great. There we go. So I'm gonna go ahead and make a new campaign on here, and I'm going to try and do it on hardest. Now, I've put some thought into this, and I'm trying to think, like, do I want to do it on hard, or do I want to do it on hardest? In terms of the AI, there's actually supposed to be no difference between the two of them, besides cheating. Like, the AI is as clever on hard as it is on hardest. The difference being that hardest gets free resources, apparently. That's if you play it on a random map, which you can do. Just to show you, we do still have random map and deathmatch with some similar looking map types: coastal, Mediterranean, etc. I mean, I may be preaching to the choir here because many of you may have played AoE 1. I can definitely tell that some people in the chat have, but I don't know, there might be somebody watching who hasn't. But you can see a lot of the same sort of interfaces here, and then we've got deathmatch and we've got custom scenarios. One difference being that the population limit was just stuck at 50 unless you played multiplayer mods, although Voobly's patch for it, which is like a user patch thing, which I won't be able to access through this menu, could allow you to get higher populations, and also you could set it up through the multiplayer. But anyway, let's head back into the campaign menu. You're getting a bit sidetracked there. So as I was saying, difficulty levels. The one thing that the game does do on the harder difficulties is, like some of these campaigns, they your enemies will have a ton of stuff at the start, and then like it will rush you within the first few minutes. You basically have to hide from the AI, and then like if they've started off with a built-up city, civilization, and you've got nothing, and they find you, you are in trouble. And that's often the hardest challenge with these levels. Now I noticed like I tested it on one scenario, which is like the 10th level of the Egyptian campaign yesterday, and the only difference was that where they chose to land me. So there's this level where they send a bunch of units at you on a transport, and the only difference between what they did and the timing of it and everything was the pathing of the transport. On hardest, they went to a different place. So on that basis, I thought I'm not going to chicken out, and I'm going to like make it hardest because they were dumping the units closer to me on hardest. So I was like, okay, I will have to go on hardest. And also, there's a bit of street cred, isn't there, with the you know, if people watch me playing on hard, they'll be like, why aren't you playing on hardest? Anyway, so let's go. I'm going to try and work through the first few levels on the Egyptian campaign pretty quickly because they are very, very basic indeed. I'll just briefly pause to admire this interface here. This is pretty cool for 1997 RTS because at this point you probably had like, I don't know, was the first Warcraft? I think the first Warcraft or maybe even Warcraft 2 possibly were out at this point, but there was a couple of Command and Conquer games. But RTS, like with this like fully fleshed out history and stuff, I don't know how much there was at that point. And I thought this like as a 7-year-old or learning this stuff was really cool, and may have influenced the fact that I went to university and did history later on. I often like pause for thought and think, did Age of Empires do that to me? But I think it's really cool. Like you learned about the origins of humanity here. You can see it talking about the Ice Age ending and stuff like that, and humans like different methods to find food in the Nile Delta and stuff like that. Here you can see the objective of the scenario is going to be creating 7 villages, and it tells you a little bit about how to play the game. Also gives you hints, just like in Age of Empires 2. Some of them not always fantastic hints. Someone in the chat says, where are those campaigns from? This is Age of Empires 1 if you've literally only just turned in, but this is about to be the Egyptian tutorial campaign of Age of Empires 1. So let's start it up. Now this the thing that shocked me when I installed it through Voobly yesterday, I think it was, or possibly the night before. How much of the map I can see. Like basically in the old days, I think like most people would have been playing on like 800 by 600 when it looked like this, which is pretty funny. And you can see in the minimap, even that is a big section of this map. I mean, this is a tiny tutorial map, but Voobly's like equivalent of user patch, HD patch for Age of Empires: Rise of Rome, is making it so I can actually see the whole map at once, which is pretty cool. So let's put the thing on at the top so I can see time and everything. I'll put it on 2 speed for now because it's going to be easy. All I need to do for this one is create 7 villages, which is not exactly a Herculean task to people who play Age of Empires or whatever. But you have to think, like, in 1997, this wouldn't have been the most intuitive thing to do because, like, what was there in terms of RTSs about? I was saying there was like StarCraft and stuff, maybe, but even the resource model, if you think about it. Command and Conquer, I believe, was just like money, and then you had to build power for your buildings, your base. That was certainly in like some of the later Command and Conquers. I don't know how early that started. And then I think StarCraft, for example, came out in the late 90s, and that was 2 resources, I think. I don't know about Warcraft. So like even 4 resource model and some of the stuff like building houses for your people would have been pretty new and for the like RTS genre as a whole. People would have been turning on Age of Empires and thinking like, what the hell is this? I'm going to be able to build a house because I will need 1 more to be able to create 7. I'm going to go exploring for the alligator that I know is over here somewhere, just to show you something, because obviously in AOC, the wolves are purely annoying predators, but here we go, here he is. Come on. He's so slow. He's got stuck on the trees. Oi. And you can see that he's actually got food on him. If I just retreat from him a bit, so you can actually, even the things that are wolves in this game, the equivalent of, there's alligators and lions and maybe some other things that I'm forgetting, as well as like souped up king versions of the animals. So you get like lion kings and alligator kings with tons of health that actually slaughter your villagers. But you can hunt the predators for food on this, which is a step down from being able to hunt the wolves. Oh cool, so all Blitz RTS work off 2 sources and a pop limit, so gold wood for Warcraft, okay, yeah, so 4 resources was possibly a first for AOC, under Age of Empires, like AoE 1. I'm not going to claim that without full knowledge of the whole game industry, but certainly it would have been something where these kind of very simplistic tutorials would have been massively justified, because people would have been just looking at it and thinking, what are we actually looking at here? Like I'm used to playing Doom, so what is this stuff? Oh. I actually never ever thought about luring deer the way you do in AOC and AoE 1 until I recently looked at a Vietnamese channel where, curiously, they have like 100,000 views. Like they can upload 100 videos over the case of a couple of weeks, and every single one will get 10,000 views. It's absolutely insane. And they were just luring all the deer and the elephants and everything, their TC perfectly, like you see in AOC. And I was like, what? I just never thought of this stuff in AoE 1. I'm really curious to know how big the AoE 1 scene is in places like Vietnam, because obviously it's absolutely huge for AOC, and we've got lots of great players. But AoE 1 seems to be remaining absolutely huge in Vietnam as well, so it was pretty interesting. So we're about to win this scenario now, because once this villager is created, because literally I had to make 7 villagers. You see, it was very, very taxing. I probably should have explored the map a little bit more to show you before the end. See if I can quickly type it in. No, it's not going to work. But it's basically just a little island in the water with some deer here and stuff to hunt, some gazelles. We could see historical outcome of this. This hunting was good along the Nile, and the people prospered. The tiny Egyptian tribe passed its first hurdle on the long road to building a mighty empire. Tiny SMB Egyptian tribe. Where's the epic music? Yeah, I love it. But I was having a problem with getting the volumes to be at a nice level between the music and the sound effects, because I got the music on minimum and the sound effects on highest, and they were still the music was on like louder than the actual sound effects, and then the next step down is completely turning the music off. So unfortunately we can't have it. I'll turn it on for a little bit, but I think the whole soundtrack is about half an hour long, and if people are going to be watching this for a while, then it'll probably get a bit annoying, I think. Often people ask me to turn off the music that I have playing at a very low level when I'm casting AOC, and I feel like this could get annoying for some people who don't have that kind of nostalgic, limitless tolerance for it. So we did hunting just, and now we're going to learn to forage, which is basically berry bushes, just like in AoE 2. So here's some information about the types of things that ancient Egyptian humans would go out and forage for in the Stone Age, basically, because that's the time period that this is looking at here, thousands and thousands of years ago, basically our earliest archaeological records almost, I think. Well, not the earliest, but very early on the timescale of human development, shall we say. But as well as foraging, we're also looking at building some buildings, which is basically dock, mill, and mining camp, lumber camp, and the storage pit also takes food like a mill in AOC does. So this is like completely OP drop-off building. It's like 2.5 storage buildings in one. Hints basically just telling me game mechanics, apart from this one telling me to go across the river to go and find all the berry bushes. I'm going to slow it down a tiny little bit now to better speed. We're actually starting off with 0 resources here, so may as well just chop some wood and get some food, because I'm going to need to build a house soon as well. But also I can't afford a villager, and go exploring. And we see that ran into an alligator. I knew there were some predators over this way. I think there's some lions up here as well. They were going to be a little bit more dangerous than this alligator. Oh hell. I wasn't paying attention then. I was thinking it was going to take longer to kill while I was talking. I'll knock it up speed until we actually get some resources. So first stupid mistake while I was distracted by my own talking. I'm sure there'll be many more. I imagine like once we get to levels where I actually have to play and concentrate a little bit to try and beat them, then I will have to stop talking as much. Game sounds are very low anyways. Okay, let me try it. See, look at that. I've got sound volume on full, and I can actually go outside and increase my system volume. But if I turn on music, it will come very, very loud eventually once it starts up. But I'll put it on for a bit. Let's try and turn up game sounds relative to my voice though. And then I may have to increase my mic slightly to come over the music. Let's see how it is. Yep, this was a speed run, of course. Let's improve. It's intentionally slow run. That's what it is. I'm gonna need this house. That's one of the like 2 hotkeys that I might actually manage to use in all of this. The hotkeys are different to AOC, and I don't even think you can change them. Like, I can't find an interface in all of this to change them. Maybe there's like a notepad file you can open up to fix them. But I don't really want to learn these hotkeys too much, because if I want to go back and play AOC, it's going to completely screw me over. So we're finding the berries across the river here. Wasn't the most difficult task ever. Oh, alligator, hello. Let's see if we can actually get this one to the TC. I'm actually misclicking a ton here because everything just seems so small. Like, I'm used to playing this game on half the resolution, and I'm finding the mouse movements incredibly twitchy. I mean, obviously it's a very, very old game. It's not designed to be played on this resolution. I think Elusive will have been the one who patched the game. Obviously did an amazing job getting it to work like this. And it's pretty cool, and like once you get used to it, the field of view will just be incredible. Okay, let's see if we can lure this guy too. But it's really weird in terms of actually having. No, it's gonna get boring. Let's just kill him. Can't wait for him to come all the way over here. Did I manage to click on that tree? It seems I did. Luring alligator Craigasm, yep. I'm afraid this music is just astonishingly loud in my headset, so I'm gonna have to just turn it down. Like, I can't deal with it. It will drive me insane, and like when I go to talk, it almost like makes me stop talking because it's that loud. It kind of interferes with me thinking about what I want to say. So if these guys just chop one more wood, then I can actually build a granary over here. I'm leaving that guy there to go and fight a lion in a bit. This is something annoying about this game. Like, you chop a tree that has 100 wood and then you end up with 119 wood, and you're like, what the hell? Did my tree rot? It's like you get rot from the trees and stuff, just like you do with hunting in AOC. It's really, really weird. But ever so annoying when you need X amount of resources and then you end up with one less. I'm sure there was a lion up here. It's got to be. Am I completely getting this wrong? Oh, they might be over here actually. Find the lion. This is a game of Age of Find the Lion. Let's actually put these villagers to work. I'm not even playing this with like trying to use any hotkeys or try and be fast or anything. Can I get across here? I can't. So let's go over here. Find the lion. Come on, there must be a lion. You're kidding me. I'm actually inclined to use the cheat because I swear there is a lion on this map. It's gonna make me sad if I can't find it. Yeah, let's go for it. After all the lion build-up, there isn't. What the hell? I'm gonna need houses. So, what did we have to do? Again, build a dock and a storage pit and a granary. It's not going to be too taxing. We'll go and build the storage pit. Look, I'm on 119 wood again. It's incredibly annoying. You can be my guy that has 1 wood. So that's a storage pit we're putting down. As I said before, it takes everything basically except for like granaries and farm, like berry bush and farming. This is the equivalent of a mill, a granary. Something I want you to notice compared to AOC, the villagers don't automatically task themselves once they finish the building. You have to manually do it. What on earth just happened? I went to right click a tree and the villager threw a spear like it was hunting an animal, and there was an explosion like a building collapsing, and then he just went and chopped wood. What on earth was that? Anyway, we're basically done here because I got the wood that I need to build a dock, so let's just put that there. Yep, animated water, as you say, like you can see it sort of twinkling. It's basically just the texture changing, but it is pretty cool. I wonder if that was a first as well for RTS graphics. Probably trying to claim far too many firsts for AoE 1, but can you blame me? And SMB is victorious again. Who'd have thought it? Now this keeps happening. I don't know if you'll see this on screen or the overlay will come up, but for some reason my game is crashing every time I finish the mission. It registers the mission is being completed when I go back in, but it's something that I'll just have to be quickly hopping in and out of the game to like go on to the next mission. So while I'm here, I may as well do something to the overlay progress. So let me find the right part of OBS. Let's look at this, put some progress on the screen that we're actually making our way through this game. Head back into the campaign menu, and now we're on discoveries. So this is the first time we will actually get attacked by enemies, and that's going to be the Libyans. So we're up to 6,500 BC now, so that just tells you how far back in time the previous parts of the game were supposed to be, those 2 missions we've just done. And this is basically meant to be a simulation of these sorts of like small tribes encroaching on each other's borders pretty much. It's like border dispute in AOC, we're going to be fighting for boars, except for in this time it's going to be horses on the ground. Chalk horses on a hillside, rather like you can find in the countryside in Britain somewhere. Why they are existing in the middle of the Nile Delta, I don't know, but you will see them. I have to find them before the Libyans do, apparently. As you can see, this is like competition for better spots. It's almost like Nomad on AOC. Now this is telling me about protection from Sorry guys, I had to mute, I'm back. This is telling me about protection from predators and the Libyans, but I'll just head in, you can see for yourself. Once again, starting on one villager and a TC with basically nothing, but at least I've got the food to make another villager. And I know that these berries are here, so let's go straight to them. Yep, if only it were easy all the way through, indeed. Let's improve. It is what it is, Smarty. It's my attempt to diversify the channel a little bit, not be always doing serious tournament games and stuff, and just have a little bit of fun with a game that I played a ton when I was a kid and on and off when I was getting a little bit older, you might say. Let's go up to 2 speed again, because this is a bit a slow start on mission 3 of the Egyptian tutorial campaign. I love these building sounds. This is what Nilly's song is made out of, by the way, like when you watch Nilly streams and he plays those funny songs. So the mission objectives were telling me I need to rush and hurry to find those discoveries before the Libyans find them. Actually, they never find them all. I'm pretty damn sure about that. I've never played this and like I've probably gone AFK in this mission at some point, and you can't fail it. Pretty damn sure. But let's go and try and find one. I know there's a couple up here, and there's 1 or 2 over here, and there's one here, which is where the Libyans are. And oh, here we have a lion. So this is the equivalent of a wolf, which again you can hunt. It's a lot more dangerous than the alligator, but we can see that this villager, despite taking a hit to start off with, still would have been able to kill another one possibly. And we can just about see the edge of a discovery there. Which I need to walk over until I get a flag on it. There we go. A little bit buggy, but it worked in the end. Once again, on 9, like a number that ends in 9, somehow just one piece of food or wood that the villager is carrying goes missing. Let's not explore with this guy anymore. He's going to die. Let's get a non-half dead guy. Something as well. All the villagers are male, so you know AoE 2 is a triumph for feminism. Getting those female villagers. And we found another one. Let's try and lure this gazelle. I'm trying to decide whether they're more or less temperamental than the deer in AoE 2. I think they're actually a little bit easier. The issue is that like some of the spears that your villagers fire can be a little bit like they're ghost spears that don't actually do anything. So sometimes you hit one with 2 spears and it just doesn't seem to register at all. So I think there's another discovery here, but I don't want to go up on that rocky outcropping yet because there is a Libyan there and he has a horse. So there's this. as like a guy on a scout, which is a unit from the Second Age, and obviously I've got Stone Age villagers, so I'll need a couple of people to actually attack him. It's like trying to fight a Feudal Age scout with just your villagers in AOC. Not going to turn out very well unless you have a few to help. But I think we're ready to go and get the rest of these discoveries before the Libyans find them now. Queue a couple more villagers just in case that turns out not to be the case. Okay. Yeah, I think one's here and then one's here somewhere. So here we're going to see our very first enemies in Age of Empires 2, and here we have a lion who's chasing after a gazelle. Look at that. That's pretty cool. Wolves don't chase deer, do they? But fortunately that's got the lion out of the way. Why don't you turn on the score graph? Oh, you mean this, of course, yeah. Good idea. Oh, this guy could be in trouble. No. So they've got a TC, but they don't actually make anything. Just before I step on the last discovery, like they literally do nothing. So and the scout just sits there. So there's, as I was saying, absolutely no urgency to actually find stuff before the Libyans show up and get all the discoveries before you do. I think, and AOE stopped working again. So this is just going to become a thing. Once the game gets harder and it takes me like half an hour or something to do a mission, which as it will do because I'm not speedrunning, and I'll probably be failing missions repeatedly at some of them, because some of them are genuinely actually quite tough. The ones that aren't kind of standard in terms of being sort of random mappish, they're kind of puzzle-like, some of them. Some of them I will probably take quite a while to beat. I don't know any speedrunning tricks whatsoever. Let's go Dawn of the New Age, advance to the Tall Age. So this is the concept of going to the next age, which again could have been, there might have been something in some of the other games, but it will have been something that a game mechanic that needed introducing to people back in 1997. There've been lots of kind of equivalents of it in RTSs since. See, we've advanced now a whole 500 years to 6000 BC. Easy game, simply outplayed. Hard game. Yeah, I'm glad you're having a little bit of fun with it, guys. So this level is cool because there's a glitched piece of thing there that I always remembered, and I remember looking at that and thinking, like, how did that get like that when I was a kid? It fascinated me. I don't know why. Probably showed that I was a bit of a like weird child. So we can see there's elephant skeleton here, or what looks like could be one, considering it's so massive. It's like a massive elephant rib cage, and there's actually a bunch of elephants on this map. I think they're all over here, which are like the boars in AoE 2. They're absolutely deadly if you get near them, but a bit slower. I'll probably, how much hit points do they have? How many hit points do they have even? Yeah, I reckon we can take him on without actually getting any more villagers. Let's see. You see that first spear? It's like a fake spear, kind of like sometimes when you play AOC and you look at the boar's reaction to your... Ow! That was huge damage. This guy's angry. Like when you look at the... Oh! Can't talk and play at the same time. Talk and micro is impossible. Now, does he change his targeting? Oh, there we go. Rip. Yeah, so it's kind of like when the board just, you look at its reaction when you're trying to lure it in AOC and it just doesn't react the way you're supposed to, and you know you've got to hit it again to get those 2 hits in. That happens loads on AoE 1, but you're not generally actually luring stuff. No, you cannot garrison at all. And as I was saying in the previous game, previous mission, or 2 missions ago actually, I find that this whole resolution and how small everything is really hard to get to grips with, because I'm used to playing it on a much lower resolution and everything being really zoomed in and everything. The HD patch really blew my mind when I saw it. Should probably go and get some more of this elephant before it all rots away, because the rotting is in effect. which you'd see if I actually peeled the villagers off the elephant. Also shorefish, which I don't think I've been taking up to this point. I can see you enjoyed me getting that villager absolutely slaughtered, gored by the elephant. So, unfortunately, this is a completely non-combat scenario where you just have to build up enough 500 food to go to the next stage. You do need 2 buildings as well, I believe. I'm going to check that here when this villager pops out. Yeah, it requires 2 Stone Age buildings. So I'll probably need to be putting some guys on wood as well soon. Because I'm going to need like a dock and a storage pit. And another house. It's not the new mod. I did notice that Gallus has created, the guy who makes tons of mods for AOC, has created a mod that allows you to play like this game within the AoE 2 engine, which is pretty cool. I haven't checked that out, but no, this is just AoE 1. I decided to just do a campaign playthrough on a whim, just as a bit of fun and to relax. I'm not really playing so much Age of Empires 2 like AOC multiplayer or online rated games and stuff at the moment, so I swear there's another elephant. It must be like here or somewhere there. Or maybe it's up here. But yeah, so it's just have a bit of fun and relax and bring back some nostalgia for some people. Once again, like, you can play this game on Vublia. Like, if you've got an installation of the game on your hard drive, you load up Vublia, point it at the game, and it will patch it with this HD patch and everything. Oh, there we go. There's the elephant. Let's get these guys ready. Oh, come on, elephant, come on. The AI, oh, I didn't expect him to get through that gap, is not as, yeah, wrecked. They don't pursue the villager as kind of relentlessly as a boar does in AOC. Like, the slightest change in pathing and they're just like, nah, I'm bored now. Yeah, this is like William Wallace Murphy, except it's the rise of Egypt and it's more fully fleshed out, as I was saying earlier. Because it's like Stone Age, early archaeological history of Egypt, like with what little we know about it. Just after the Ice Age to the point where they're building pyramids and stuff. And the 11th mission of the campaign, I think, is that I think it is building the wonder, building the pyramids. So at this point I'm basically almost out of food that I can take on the land at this point, so I'm going to need to build a dock, which is the developer's way, if you look at it from a level design point of view, of getting you to learn about fishing. Obviously this is the first time we had a shorefish as well, but also fishing boats. I mean, we did build a dock in... Oh, there's a lion there. Let's kill him. He seems stuck in the trees. I thought for a second then I was doing no damage to the lion and like there was something going on where... Look at the pace of that. Look how fast that rots on this, even on this speed, which isn't even maximum speed. What the hell? I thought the spears weren't doing damage because the lion was in the fog of war. I was like, is that actually a glitch? At this point I'm probably gonna not create more villagers and just... because it will just delay my accumulation of the food to get to the next stage. I might even send a couple of villagers on a mission over here too. Clicking on the individual trees to task the villagers is pretty difficult unless you click at the top, because it's so zoomed out. But yeah, creating more villagers is just going to probably delay me in terms of actually getting 500 food. Let's put it on full speed. That would make sense, wouldn't it? This is like crazy speed to actually play on when the fights are happening. It feels a lot faster than... Oh, there's whales. Didn't see them. It feels a lot faster than fast speed on AOC, if you can believe it. Let's maybe build a second dock at this point. I'm gonna need a house as well. It's really weird because like you play AOC and you've got all these reflexes, like everything is already there for you, and you're just in terms of playing, and you play on instinct and rhythm, and then play this game, and even though it's fundamentally mostly the same, I'm just sitting here just with not like APM is through the floor, and you know there's no I need to create villages all the time, etc, etc. It's really weird. Like I'd probably get into it if I played it online or something. And there are still, like, you can log into the Age of Empires people, and there'll be about 40 people split between the original game and the expansion, like on Voobly. But I don't imagine myself getting into playing it competitively or anything with multiplayer. Just I like to fire at the campaigns every now and again. Time for another house. There is actually another island over here. Let's go Urtug mode, as somebody said again. Just a lion sitting there by itself. Like, what does that lion eat? Seriously. Desert Island lion. But we're almost there. I'm going to knock the speed down just before we finish the mission so that the next game starts on the correct speed. And we're done. Oh no, we have to go to the Tool Age. We'll be done then. Yep, I just cheated, Smarty. Yeah, but I'm cheating to show you the lion. That's what it is. We're almost there. 35%. It's actually taking quite a long time to age up. I thought it would be a little bit faster than this. Yeah, difficulty hardest per Mikkel, but once I play a map with enemies on, I'm going to switch it to easiest. How about that? Come on, 83%. Okay, I think I can reverse it. There we go, how about that? Everybody happy? And Age of Empires has crashed again. It's going to be a thing. But like I said, as soon as we get a little bit further along, then it will stop being so regular, and it will take me half an hour to finish a mission, and it won't seem like an interruption. I'm gonna just quickly take a quick loo break, throw out the music, but I'll be back and to continue on with the growth of this Egyptian civilization. Sorry if that's really loud. Okay, I'm back. I changed the progress to 5 out of 12. I think that's right. Not going to feel too guilty if it's not. Let's head back into the game and continue on. I think next one is actually going to be no eco and full fighting. So now I'm going to be under pressure because I'm going to have to micro a bit. That's if I remember correctly. Yep, Skirmish. Oh, that was on hardest. Hard. Oh, guys, I cheated. Look at that. I did the first 4 levels on hardest. On hard. Sorry. Do you think I could actually have done those levels if I changed the difficulty to hardest? It's up for debate, isn't it? But let's go hardest on this one, even though that won't make a difference either. Like, I reckon you could play this level on easiest and your experience would be identical. We've now advanced another 500 years to 5500 BC. A little bit arbitrary, I should think. But maybe there's some archaeological record of the amount of tribal conflict going on and people encroaching on each other's borders and trying to kill each other. Now they're in the Tool Age and they've got, I don't know, crude weapons and stuff. Maybe there's some more archaeological record of that. I'm just speculating. So this is Skirmish. Oh yeah, look, we go. Archaeological evidence suggests that warfare has been part of human life for much longer than we'd like to admit. Mass burial in Nubia in the south of Egypt, dated between 12,000 and 4,500. That's pretty precise, isn't it? So 5,500 BC, not a bad guess. It's in the range. But cool little point. Prehistoric life struggled against other humans, not just nature. People who possessed good hunting and foraging lands had to defend them with force or risk annihilation. A few hints on how to use my troops here, telling me to try and split my people up so that my got my bowmen at the back and the axemen in the front. I'll try and do that. What speed do I want it on to actually fight? The game actually considers this speed as normal, which is pretty slow. This is like the 1.5 speed, and we play on 1.5 and we play multiplayer AOC, like random map anyway. So this is probably the speed that I'm supposed to be playing on, even though you can see in the game setting it's normal, fast and very fast. You could still hotkey the units with numbers in this game like you can in AoE 2, but I think, like, don't quote me on this, but it may have been something that came in with the expansion with Rise of Rome, which I am actually playing. So I'm playing the original Age of Empires campaign that was introduced with the first game, but with some expansion features, including like the new units and technologies and stuff. There are like hill bonuses and cliff bonuses as well in this game. I'm going to need to be exploring a little bit carefully, keeping axemen in front as it suggests and bowmen in the back. Seems like I'm going to have to keep turning that on all the time, possibly. Maybe if I manually close the game without it crashing once when I've turned it on, it'll stay on next time. I'm going to keep moving around here. I know there's a bunch of dudes in this sort of area. In fact, we just caught sight of a red axeman there. And we're getting shot from the tip. Whoa, can I? Yeah, I'm sure I could get up there. Pathfinding here is struggling, shall we say. There's actually a setting to make it better, but I'm already on high. Okay. Let's go. This guy's just being dumb.
Oh, thank you, you wonderful
LB10 resubscription. Fancy seeing you here. Thanks, dude. Voobly, thanks you. You see that the bowmen in this game, like any ranged unit, is really annoying. It's got like infinite micro to run away from your. I'm losing too many people here. Where are you going? Holy crap! I think they were going back to the point where I right-clicked to chase after that bowman, and then the axeman after he killed it, where it's going back up there. Little surprised that I managed to be victorious. That's a quick one, and the game didn't crash. Awesome. So. This is actually pretty cool. It's saying that about Upper and Lower Egypt. Obviously, Lower Egypt probably actually means Northern Egypt, like the Nile Delta, and then Upper Egypt would be higher up the Nile. Grew into independent kingdoms. conflict between the two resolved late in the 4th millennium BC. Achievement screen. This might be the first time you've seen it on the screen. There is an achievement screen, the timeline and everything like KOC. And you can click into the categories and everything. This, like, if you haven't seen, I think you might have seen it once yet, because there might have been one mission where the game didn't crash, possibly the first one. But the reason you haven't seen it after that is because the game has kept crashing. Let's go into this one. Okay, this one is a really big step up in terms of difficulty. Like, I will actually have to stop talking and concentrate a little bit, because there's going to be a town with a good army across the river who are ahead of me in technology as well, I think. And if they find me, they'll get annoyed and attack me pretty early. So in this one, I think it starts in the Stone Age, possibly in the Tall Age, but I've got to stockpile 800 food, which coincidentally is what I would need to get to the next age, and go and find a ruin to control, which is a bit like finding, I don't know, a monument in AoE 2, but that will include going up to the Tall Age. So now it's going to be the Nubians, so earlier it was the Libyans. And these guys are actually going to be posing something of a problem. I'll be wanting to get up to the Tall Age pretty quickly if I can. Like, if they are already in the Tall Age and they've got axemen at this point, I'm in serious trouble, because if they rush me, I will die. And there's quite a lot of the gameplay on hardest in AoE 1 campaigns if you're trying to play it standard and not using like speed running tricks and stuff like that. And the AI finds you, like, they will more or less wipe you out, but you can kind of hide and rebuild. So you will see a lot of me getting absolutely wrecked later on. No gather points on the TCs or anything, so I can't be just like, villagers go and do this. I have to go back and tell each villager that pops out to do something. I'm intentionally not going up here too much because the enemy is over the river up here. I don't want their like scouting villager that they often have to find me, because I'm scared. Trying to remember if there's any fish in this river to make it worth docking. The problem with docking is that they could have a galley, which is a scout ship in this game, patrolling the river, and if that finds me, then they'll probably come and attack. Yeah, I don't know if there's actually any fish in that river. Hard to tell. But don't want to get too adventurous going up here. I'm just looking to see if there's any more natural food over there. Don't think there is. Oh, I'm actually in the Tall Age already, so that's pretty cool. I'm gonna need... Do I need a market to build farms? Yeah, I think I do. I think I have to build a market to build farms, which is a big difference to AoE 2. And the market is, rather than just being like a trade thing, it's actually where you get all your eco upgrades from. And in this game, there's no blacksmith. You actually get your blacksmith from the your army upgrades from the storage pit. So the place where you drop off your food and gold and stuff. Sorry, your wood and gold mostly, and stone, is the place where you upgrade your army. Gonna need more dudes on wood to start building farms, but I'm also going to get that axeman upgrade, because it's going to be really important. If they've got like Tall Age axemen plus upgrades that have got 7 attack and 50 health, they will just I think it's 50 health anyway. They'll be demolishing me, so I at least need axemen. And I can start to build my first farms as well. The farms, they actually take up space, so you have to be a little bit more careful with how you lay your base out with them, because you can't walk over them, unlike in AOC. So you basically just want stuff like one tile away like this, so that you've actually got the ability to walk around the farms that you lay down. It would help if I chopped more of these stragglers so I had more space. I could put one there. Once again, I've got 49 food. Like, how does that happen? You can even task more than one villager to the same farm, but only one of them will get food. If we look here, I'll try and do it. See, he's not getting food, even though he's working. He's not getting food. Seems I can delete that straggler tree, which is pretty good. Since I need to clear some space. Where are you going? I'm still scared, which is why I'm not going any further north. See, a villager's actually coming. A red villager is chopping a tree here. Holy crap! Why is he doing that? He's taken 10 of the wood, but I'm gonna retreat a bit because I still don't want to be seen. I'm gonna need a house at this point as well. Starting to feel that like I'm gonna have to create a command on Voodly for like !house like they have on Gracie's stream. I think that's probably gonna be a good idea because I don't know, like I was saying before, all of the kind of the rhythm of playing that you have when you're playing AOC, that house is pretty dumb. Might even delete it. I want to build a farm there. The rhythm of playing that you have when you're playing AOC just isn't there. So I'm not thinking, oh, I'm going to get housed, etc, etc. And obviously all the visual clues to like to know as well are in a different place. And also you don't have that sense like when you're playing AOC and you're doing a build order, you know you need to build a house at a certain time, especially like in the Dark Age and early Feudal Age. You just have that like burning feeling like I need to build a house now. Like this is my X number of villager, or I just did this with this, like tasked this villager to this, so it needs to build a house. That sort of thing. You just don't have that when you're playing a game like this. It is alien enough that the same reflexes don't apply. Let's get another axeman. And more houses. Put them out of the way. If you put the farm next to the building, as I was saying, then you like the person has to walk around the farm because you can't stand on top of the farm. The building actually takes up space and you can't walk over it. So you have there's a little bit more city planning that goes on because you have to think about your like routes through the farm, like leaving gaps so that your villagers can walk around to places. I really need to stop building farms and build like stockpile enough wood to build a storage pit so I can gather wood a bit more efficiently. I'd probably put it here, somewhere here rather than up there, because if they do eventually attack, then that will be really vulnerable. Let's fix some of these idols. I'm starting to feel a little bit more reassured by the fact they haven't attacked me yet. Like I thought that I would have been attacked by now. So I'm gonna get a little bit adventurous and let's see. Ah, there you go. Oh, here we go. They've got it. Now I'm probably gonna get wrecked. See, this is interesting. They've got a clubman, which is the Stone Age equivalent, and then they've got an axe. Oh god, this is a lot of dudes. They don't have. Oh, and the scout ship. Get out of there. Get out of there. See, this is what I was scared of. Like, you can see how powerful they are at this point. They probably had this stuff at the start of the game, so and we're now 11 minutes in. So they could have attacked me with that stuff at like minute 2 if they found me potentially, which would have been just a slaughter. These axemen have no line of sight whatsoever. The bowman is going to be really annoying because he'll just run away forever. The moment I attack him, like, he'll just start running away. Fortunately, his own axeman is getting him killed. I might get a dog now. People like to joke about halberdiers fighting galleons in in AOC. This is not going to work so well. I do a lot of damage to the ship, but you can see that just by the pathing it's not working too well. I'm kind of donating my units to them just for no reason there, but I'm feeling okay now that I got rid of the initial wave of enemies. So let's get some eco upgrades. This is the like horse collar, but it's crazy expensive. Look at that, 200 wood and 50, and this is like double bit axe. But it also upgrades your range, so it's like double bit axe and fletching in one go, which is pretty cool. I'm gonna get that. I think I'm on neutral. Yeah, look, I'm on neutral, which is why my units are being dumb. Yep. Someone in the chat saying Bowman OP. Yeah, they kind of are. Like, you can actually... They are a really, really good unit. You can fight higher tech units with tons and tons of bowmen, because they're just really cheap and versatile. They're a really good unit. Like, you'll probably see me do that a fair bit. Just use the bowman in some of the harder scenarios. Like, even though I've got much better units available to me, just because they're just so convenient. What the heck? They've even got a transport ship. That's pretty interesting. Why have they got a transport ship? Oh, that is a lot of navy. I'm going to GB from there. And they're still making bowmen. I need an archery range. But I don't have the wood. GG. I still can't get over how zoomed out this is. Oh, he's dead. I can't be bothered to micro that scout ship. I'll just make new ones. So let's get an archery range. Put it over here. Yeah, you're right, building the farms close to the water might be an issue. I reckon it'll be okay. I don't think they're gonna make too many scout ships. Like, if I get 3 scout ships and go down there and kill those 2 and then just sit on the dock, that'll be the end of it. I'm not too worried about the water. And, you know, I was worried about their initial wave of units, but after that got killed, like it didn't come. You know, I'm okay now. Like, if they'd have come with those axemen and bowmen at minute 2, as I was saying, which is possible, then I would have been in trouble. But that would have only happened because I'm on this difficulty level. Like, you wouldn't have to worry about it in lower difficulties. Not looking after the housing situation. Annoying thing about this game, or potentially like a strategic thing you have to pay attention to, is that your wood lines run out crazy fast. Like, I didn't build that storage pit and start chopping there very long ago, and now it's gone, completely gone. That scout ship is just not doing anything when it's supposed to be. The ships don't have any pierce armor, so the bowmen on the shores actually do crazy damage to them. Let's go and camp the dock. Actually, no, we need to kill this guy first. I can hear you yelling at me, fix idols. But you're going to see it a lot. This is unfortunately like a little bit of a bug that you can exploit with the AI. They will just come and try and repair buildings like constantly and lose a lot of villagers trying to do so. So I don't have any buildings, hotkeys for go to building and stuff, so like if I want to go to my dock I have to find it and click on it. Like there is Control D, does actually work, but I don't know what all of them are, and also it's just really cumbersome. So like I've remapped all of those go to hotkeys in my AOC, like I never use something like Control D, and I don't imagine anybody does, but it's just so cumbersome. I never use it like that. So now that these guys are kind of subdued, I'm gonna go and find the ruin, which is actually over here. It's protected by I think it's protected by towers that belong to them, possibly. I might be wrong, but the reason I didn't just walk straight over there is because first of all I needed an army to make sure I didn't die at some point, and to kill them a bit, and also like if I'd gone over here and if they did have towers protecting the ruin, which they don't. Okay. I'm getting confused with one of the Greek missions where there is a ruin in the west corner and there are towers next to it. Like if I'd have had to attack there, then it would have, you know, all of those axemen and stuff would have gone over there and killed me, basically. At the same time, I did get that 800 food, so I won the level because those were the two objectives: get 800 food and find the ruin. Can you get a playthrough of Age of Mythology? Potentially. I've never played Age of Mythology, and like I could do that blind. Like I would never have seen the game before, and I could play through it as if it's a first playthrough, which. Yeah, you could have walked through it to minute one, Nemo. I actually thought there were towers there. Like my memory was not correct. There's the Greek second mission. I think it's second mission, possibly, in the Greek campaign here. Not this one. There's two or three. There's a ruin in the west corner of the map, and there's a bunch of towers there. And I was thinking there was in this game. And like I was saying, if I attacked the towers, all the axemen would have come and killed me. You're right. I could have just walked over there. Okay, this one, I've got a stockpile of 1,000 stone and 1,000 gold, which isn't going to be quite as mind-numbing as it sounds, because I will get attacked both on the water and on the land, and the enemy on the land has a ballista, which is like a scorpion in AOC, except it does crazy amounts of damage, like 40 or 50 damage, and they're really scary when you haven't got much yourself. So let's go. I can see deer already, so that's pretty good. Make sure I'm on enemy to the people, because who are the red people in this? I know yellow and brown are definitely enemies in this game. Am I in the tool age? Yes, I am. I'm thinking if I can make a stable in this one, then scouts are probably a good option to deal with the ballista guy the ballista that comes. I might even make some kind of wall off. I've got a little bit of stone which would enable me to do that, but I'm going to be needing to build barracks pretty early and an army. Also want to start fishing, but actually we can already see I'm going to have trouble. And you see these guys, see that +4 range? They are Minoans. They get like a +3 or no Hittites, but even though it says they're the Minoans, they get like +3 range on their ships, which makes them an absolute nightmare to deal with because you attack them and then they just micro backwards forever. Let's start trying to wall off a little bit here. AoE 2 house walling. Look at this. Like it would take me like 4 ships to deal with these two, because just because of the range issue and the fact that they'll keep backing off. Like I'm gonna basically let that die and then redock somewhere else. I think. Like I can go over here and redock. It's probably the best option. Yeah, I can make stables in this one. You may as well hunt that guy. Can't click on the deer, what the hell? There we go. How recently have I played these campaigns? I don't know, like, I can't think that I've ever done a complete run through since many years ago, but certainly, like, I've played some missions from this game in the past, say, 2 years, but not all of them. And, like, I would have been unlikely to have revisited the learning campaigns, like the Egyptian tutorial one. Let's see if I'm going to get enough wood to build that stable that I wanted. I actually don't know if I want to put it there and finish that wall off, because then it might get shot by the ships. Could be really bad. Look at these guys, disgusting. 9 range. It's literally. Can you imagine if like there was a water sieve that had 9 range on its galleys in the Tool Age or the Feudal Age in AoE 2? $100 food to get a scout, but the line of sight's going to be really good to go and explore over here. I'm going to get a market pretty soon as well, just to get me the eco upgrades so that I can speed through the scenario faster. And also I'll need to start making farms. Oh, he's shooting the house. They're both shooting the house for now, so I'm safe taking those berries just for a while. Let's get that market I was talking about. Trying to think somewhere where not to block the farms. Does the lion chase the scout? Yeah, he does. Look at that. Unlike AoE 2, they have absolutely no mercy. And this is an issue if those bowmen try and fight me here. But I get... Oh, the ballista's here. Crap. Look at that. 40 attack. It's just demolishing my houses. I need more farms quickly, so I've got the food to make more scouts. Otherwise I'm going to die quick. You need to come back. Gonna get this as well if I had the food. Can I put a farm there? Yeah. So that house wall that I made was pretty cool, like pretty effective to actually distract them. But now I need to try and dodge the ballista fire. Are they going to attack the house? Yeah, they're not attacking the scouts. Rip. That's dead. Okay, no worries. Minimum range. These scouts will get shot from the shore, but that's okay. Let's go. I can't get like pierce armor or anything from the scouts, so I'm going to get the attack upgrade because it's 2 attack versus I think 1 armor, possibly. It might be 2, I can't remember. I'm going to send these guys over here. Okay. The scouts have like no attack stance until you tell them to, even if you're on aggressive, like they will not attack. It's really annoying. Now I need 1,000 golden stone, so that's why I'm going to come over here and just start getting this stone now, because otherwise it's going to take forever. Also need to build a ton more houses because the ballista's shooting all the houses has housed the crap out of me. Get rid of Yellow's TC and then I'll only have to worry about the ships. But those ships belonged to Brown, didn't they? I think. But yeah, I don't think there's an idle villager button in this game. Oh, actually, the full stop button is doing something. Let's make a villager idle. Is there an idle villager button? Yeah, there's an idle villager button. Holy crap! Maybe that's a feature from the patch. I didn't know that. Someone tell me if you know whether that was in the game, just like without whatever the Voobly patch has done. I may as well get the horse collar equivalent before I actually build those next few farms. I'm also going to send villagers over here to go and dock. Not only will it be a good place to redock and take the water from, but also it will be a great trade dock later, because I'm going to need to trade to get the 1,000 gold. I'll speed it up a little bit at this point. Do I need to do anything other than stockpile the... No, I don't need to go to the next stage. Make sure I don't do a landlocked dock here. Yeah, so I can build a dock right in the corner, which is going to be good for trade. Like you don't get more gold for trading, like from a distance, but the enemy dock has, or the allied dock has, like an amount of gold, and it recharges. So if you trade from too close, then like you just it runs out of recharge. So it's better to do it farther away, and then you can make more boats, more trade boats. So I think the same logic still applies, but it's better to be a long way away with your dock still, like as it is in AOC, but for different reasons. I'm gonna get this to make my ships have better range. Can I go to the... Yeah, I can go to the Bronze Age in this, holy crap. So I may as well do that, because then I'll get like better... I think I can get... You can upgrade your trade ships, so like trade cogs actually upgrade into merchant ships, I think. But first we need to actually take that water. Running out of good places to build farms because I'm going to get shot from the shoreline without building another granary somewhere. Oh, did I delete the fish? Crap. Oh well. It seems to have stopped working. I'm going to lose that stable, but I don't need it anymore. I'm avoiding destroying the yellow dock because I can trade with it. And there's actually a red dock down here. Oh, I could do a sneaky trade down here and never have to kill brown. That might work. Because red are my friends, apparently. Yeah, no easy way to re-queue farms, as somebody was saying before, so I have to do it like this. Although I don't think I need too many farms now at this point. Probably better to put everybody on wood so I can make more trade boats. And in the trade for this, you actually have to give up a resource, so you don't get free gold. You have to trade one of your resources for gold. So I'm going to do wood, and just go down here for now and get the trade running. Right, so you see here, I'm getting 9 gold from that dock, which isn't very good. But it also has a stock of 100, so if I click here, then it will take. Okay, it's taking 20, but for some reason, I'm trying to remember the mechanics here. But you see how that ran out? If that was at 0 and my boat got there, it would wait until that recharged a bit before it could actually take gold. So we're in the next stage. Let's get War Galley. And continue trading down here. I'll also want the range upgrade for the ships. And that guy's stealing somebody else's farm, so that basically makes him idle. Let's go. Now there's an island here with a bunch of catapults that I'm gonna have to dodge, but it's a better place to trade from. Kind of ran into that. Micro. Die. I think these have a double HP. They're like Furor Celtica stone throwers that have double the HP of normal ones. I should probably have microed against the bowmen first. For some reason they've stopped attacking me now, which has made my life so much easier. This is actually way easier to do with just one galley as well. But the bowman's back in the party again. That's the trade, upgrading the merchant ships, because otherwise this is going to turn into a hell of a lot of waiting, basically. I'm going to need at least one more galley. You see these ships are going crazy now. So the reason I'm trading with multiple different docks is because you can only send so many boats to the same dock before the dock runs out of gold and has to respawn its gold that it can give you. So, not that. R. Yeah, I don't need weird at this point. My villagers don't really, not really doing anything. At this point it is a little bit of a bore. I've got to wait to get 1,000 gold from trade. I think there is some you can mine on here, basically. Possibly. I'm going to do the reveal map. No, it's just stone on this island. Let's send 2 more boats to this dock. You see how the gold runs low. So if you send too many boats, then you can't trade. You see it's going to take a bit of a while to actually get to that 1,000. Fortunately, there's nothing that can be done there. I think the developers were a little bit overkill with this, like just saying get 500 gold with it. Like, people would have got the point. Oh, I don't want you to kill the dock. Stop. I'll just go AFK while this is waiting to finish, and then be ready to start another one a bit faster after that. Okay, I'm back. The game crashed when the mission ended again, so we have to go back in. This might, depending on what this one is and how long it takes, might be the last one for tonight. I was thinking, oh, maybe I'd get the entire Egypt campaign done in one night, but that's probably going to turn out to be a bit of a, over ambitious. Oh, I'm on hard every time. I think it's because I'm not ending a mission. The difficulty is resetting back to hard. Let's see if I end this now. Will it now remember? Because yeah, it's because the game keeps crashing after I finish the mission. So when I go to the next one, because I've had to reload it and it hasn't logged when the mission ends that I played it on hardest, it forgets. Let's go back. Hopefully now it'll be on hardest, and my claim on the stream will not be a lie. So Crusade, we've jumped massively forward in time now, up to 900 BC. This is going to be the start of Wallaloo. This is going to be the priests, the guys that gave rise to the meme, the legend that even people who don't play the game know Age of Empires by. So I'm going to have to use those to convert an enemy ballista, but try not to get it destroyed by the enemy units that it is surrounded by. Let's have a look at this. So try and do this and get some deer to start off with because it's fast food. Use this guy to scout a little bit because his range is crazy. Look at that. It's got block printing already because he's Egyptian. Egyptian priests get like +3 range, so it's like they have an extra thing that's like block printing in AOC. It means I can scout with him and like nobody will see me because I'm so far away from them, because his line of sight is just insane. Am I housed? No. Just don't have any food. Oh, there you are. I literally lost him on the shallows then. So my plan for this is probably just to make a little bit of army, like to shield priests, and then make more priests and convert all the army around the ballista, and then probably delete it because so it doesn't kill the ballista. for that I'm going to need gold, so might as well go start taking stuff over there. No technology to research in the wheel in the market. That's weird. So I was trying to get like wheel, which is the equivalent of wheelbarrow, makes your villagers go faster, but seemingly don't have anything. I could also make towers and like do a bit of a tower creep and lure the people into it. That's an option. So there's an absolute ton of talk about the cheats in the chat. They are pretty cool. Maybe not now because I don't know what they are, and it'll take me a while to search. Like, I have to go Google and find them. I can't be bothered. But like another time, I'll show you some of the cool cheats in this game. The cheats in this game are incredible. Some of them, and there are quite a number of different units that you can do. Like get like a laser trooper and a rocket launcher car that's way better and way cooler than the one in AoE 2. Yeah, someone's saying they want to pick the game up. Yeah, definitely recommend that. I mean, it might be hard to find. I'm sure there's alternative means of sourcing it too, but I'm not going to talk about those. And you could like once you. Oh, we actually saw the ballista there, by the way. Which so we know what we're getting for. I'm going to stay out of its range, but I need to convert that and then not get killed by all the units that are over here. Once you do, like, you can go on Vubly and it will patch the game for you to have this like big HD view, wide resolution. I don't know what I'm doing here actually, really. I should just make more priests. Conversion 30% more effective, that seems good. Like, these are pretty good monk techs. Like, you think about the monk techs in AoE, some of them are a bit like obscure, but these are like conversion is better. Priests move faster and it actually works, you know. But actually, we've only got one tile of gold. Scrap that. I'm not going to be able to make many priests if I get upgrades. I'm probably going to make bowmen and then go down and like manually target and kill the people that are around the ballista, I mean. Yeah, it seems I've got all of the Bronze Age upgrades researched, possibly. Or maybe they just know they haven't because I haven't got +2 range. So they're just deactivated, like the market is deactivated. All of the things that I could get from it are just not there. I'll speed this section up a little bit. I'll need to turn it down to micro the priests a bit. Taunts. There are some. I can't. How do you do it? There are taunts in this game. I'm sure there are. I think we're going to be ready to go in a bit. We've got like 4 priests and a bunch of bowmen. Might make some axemen as well. Although they're a little bit, possibly be a little bit unruly. Like if they get a couple of hits on the ballista, that'll do massive damage to it. probably like overestimating this again and thinking there's way more army there than I remember. But I think there might be like 10 units surrounding it. Can I get... Oh, I can do this, but I used all my gold. Oh well, I need more houses too. Going on stone was a bit of a waste of time in the end. So let's slow it down so I can actually micro a little bit. Pathetic excuse for micro anyway. So I'm going to walk in there and just like attack everything except the ballista basically. Okay, here we go. Wallaloo. Who's got faith? Who has faith? Oh, I should have moved him in time. Damn. Get out of there. I think I need to get him to get the ballista to attack the bowman. I can't do it. There we go. Thought I was going to fail then. There we go. And once again we failed. I think we've done like 9 missions now, possibly, or 8. Let's update the progress a little bit. Let's do it to at least 8 because I'm pretty sure we've done 8 by now. That was pretty fast. Let's see what the next one is. I think it's River Outpost, which is like terribly sleep-inducing. I might save that one to do first at the start of the next stream because there won't be as many people watching it then, and it's probably one of the most boring missions. Probably the most boring mission out of all the entire game. Yeah. Yeah, I think I will end this here now actually, and do that one first the next time because the audience will be a little bit lower, so a few people will get bored by that one. But I hope some people have been enjoying that, and I'm gonna be continuing to do it over the coming however long it takes me. Let me have a think about scheduling wise, and let me see if I can pencil something in, so you know, if any of you actually are enjoying it, which it seems some of you might be, I can think about when I might do the next one. Let me just check my working schedule. Yeah, I think tomorrow evening is out of the question. But possibly Wednesday evening, possibly Thursday. Yeah, I think, okay, I could book in probably 21 GMT on Wednesday. When I say book, I'm not going to book it on AOC Zone, but I'm just going to say, I'll put it on my schedule here as a time that I can do it. Yeah, let's go with that. This needs to be smaller, doesn't it? So if anyone is actually enjoying it to the point that they would watch it again and actually deliberately watch it and tune in, Wednesday 21 GMT, how about that? Alright, thank you guys for watching this rubbish. But yeah, I'll be aiming to work my way through all of them that you can see on the overlay. And you'll be seeing that the levels actually get a lot more interesting and diverse once we get out of the learning campaign, although the last couple of the Egyptian campaign are actually pretty cool as well. But yeah, I'm going to log off for the night now, guys. Cheers.